This is a comedy podcast and should not be used as a primary source of information. We apologize in advance for offending any tiny persons, the undead, the country of France, and all other minority groups. Information provided should not be considered extensive research. Use as directed. This podcast can burn eyes. Follow application directions exactly. Do not use while sleeping. Safety goggles recommended. Do not eat this podcast. Keep out of reach of children. Never use a lit match or open flame near this podcast. May cause drowsiness. Use care when operating heavy machinery. Avoid placing this podcast near crotch. Can cause urine to turn black. Once used rectally, this podcast should not be used orally. Loss of the ability to perform or enjoy sex and or painful erections that last for more than 4 hours are common while listening to this podcast. Other side effects include uncontrollable laughter, choking, fits of hysteria, diarrhea, anal hemorrhaging, constipation, bloating, sleepwalking, hallucinations, frequent alien abduction, excessive gambling, spontaneous combustion, blind spots, distorted vision, halos around lights, hair loss, unwanted hair growth, aggression, antisocial behavior, impulsivity, irritability, anger, anxiety, screaming, or self-harm.
But seriously, this show is not for anyone who is easily offended by strong language or graphic content. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. First beer in a long time?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you not drink at all?
I did a little, but not nearly as much as I usually do, which was nice. It was very nice. I didn't even drink last night when I got back home.
How late was it when you got here?
I got here at 10:30 in the morning, but I'd been awake since 4:30 in the morning.
Right.
And then Keelan and I stayed up, like actually did shit for the most of the day. Most of the day. And I don't know what time we went to bed. It was probably like 11. I was fucking out. I'm usually like a super light sleeper and like can't sleep. And he's the like one that sleeps through everything. But last night it was totally opposite. He like tried to sleep on the floor and was like moving all around. And I was just fucking dead to the world.
Why was he trying to sleep on the floor?
He just couldn't get comfortable. I sleep on the floor when I can't get comfortable.
Never.
You don't do that? That's
No.
not a normal thing.
I love my bed.
Oh.
I love my bed so much.
I mean, I love our bed too, but sometimes I like the floor.
Yeah. Jason hated my bed, so he would sleep on the floor. So
Whatever
I was like, enjoy the floor.
I don't know. Sometimes I just also don't like sleeping next to someone.
Oh.
So
that's
I'll
awkward
make
in a
pallet
relationship.
on the floor. It's fine. We're honest with each other.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, we're far too old to be, I don't know, playing that game where you pretend to like something you don't.
I mean, for the most part, it's fine. But it's like if we're around each other a whole lot, I just want to sleep not near each other, which is kind of weird.
I totally agree with that. I personally like to sleep by myself. You know, I'm kind of an active sleeper, so it works best for me. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of those separate beds that they used to have back in the day. Like, that makes sense to me.
I mean, I don't think it should be an every night thing, but it definitely doesn't hurt.
No, they push the beds together when it's time.
Yeah. I definitely couldn't go back to anything aside from like a king size bed.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, I had a king size bed, but I mean, it didn't matter because I was still between my ex-husband and the cats. I was still on the edge of the bed. So it made no difference how much of bed we had because I only got like a little portion of it anyway. So, which is probably why I like to sleep alone anyway now. I even kicked Buddy out yesterday. I was like, no, not even you today.
I'm always super sweet with the cats. Jafar had like a good 2 feet last night, and then I was squished between him and Keelan. Sometimes Wyro will get up there too, and it's just like a big sandwich of people.
Oh my God. So are the pets getting along these days?
Yeah, they just like acknowledge each other and they're chill.
It'll get there.
Zeke's still not home yet, but
I hate that
I know,
so
dude,
much.
It's such a bummer. I bought like this huge thing of catnip and like sprinkled it all over the yard and like set more plates of food out.
Where could he have gone?
I don't know. Keelan sent me a picture because I put their litter box out there too because that's supposed to help him come back. Mm-hmm. He sent me a picture while I was in Dela-where and he was like, there's new poop in here. I was like, sweet. But then we saw a cat last night that was black, and I got my hopes up it was in our yard, but it wasn't. I think it was Erica. Fucking Erica.
Maybe he had a sex change and now he's Erica.
Maybe that's what it is.
What state was it or country that's now paying for sex changes or something like that?
Really?
I hate hearing half information.
Right.
Because I don't remember. Somebody somewhere is
doing something.
Doing something awesome. That's one of those journalism things. Somebody somewhere did something. Well, welcome back to It's All Gone Terribly Wrong.
A podcast of oddities.
Nope.
A podcast of absurdities, oddities, and obscenities.
Nailed it.
What the fuck?
As you can tell, it's been a long week, 2 weeks, month for us both. Jordan just got back from Dela-where, as you just heard. I've been keeping afloat at school.
Yeah.
It's been really, really stressful. But so that kind of brings us to the point of, remember when we told you guys we were going to do a thing every month for Patreon? Didn't happen. So we're going to move some of that to the summer. So
yeah,
even
things to
though,
look forward to.
Yeah, stuff to look forward to. Even though we're going to be on summer hiatus as far as recording episodes, we're still going to be doing some things for Patreon subscribers. So you still have time to sign up for Patreon. It's just $5.
Yeah, get on that. And we still need people to be more vocal about things they want us to do and see. So
we're open to suggestions. This summer we're going to be taking, along with the additional Patreon content, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff in the background, behind the scenes of getting prepared and set up for the next season,
yeah.
We're calling them season now. I don't know.
Sure.
We gonna call them season.
So original.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense because
if we called them something else, like black blocks, then no one would fucking understand. Well,
I was gonna
be
call
like,
it semester.
What's that? Oh, okay. That works too. Rebecca's drinking wine tonight.
I am.
I think the last couple times we recorded, she was not drinking.
Nope, I was not drinking. But now I am drinking.
I'm proud of you.
But I don't feel anything.
I guess that's good. I don't know.
I guess.
Just trying to moderate better now.
Yeah, same. I'm doing well with it. Also, I feel like so I saw this thing on Pinterest, and it's just one of those dumb like exercise app ads. Like it's just like a diagram of fat people and what fat people look like. You know, like I mean, like your body.
I've never seen a fat person before.
I mean, like your body type, and this is how you develop fat or whatever, where you keep it.
Yeah.
And it like categorizes it by like one of them was alcohol weight and one of them was stress weight and mommy weight, and I forget the other one, but I was definitely in the alcohol weight category, like the placement of fat distribution.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I was like, oh dang, it's the alcohol. So
that I will need to look that up. But yeah, I know mine's alcohol because it's like all right in my belly right now.
Yep,
and
that's
that
exactly
used to
where
not
it
be
was.
the case. Like, I don't know, maybe it's better. When I gained weight before, a lot of it was in my face, which was fucking terrible, and this time more of it's in my belly, and I think I'm okay with that because I can cover that up. I can't really cover my face up.
I can't even imagine you with the chubby face. Like, I just don't. What does that look like?
Terrible. It's still like too big.
What?
I need to like reconstruct my.
It's bones. You'd have to like break your bones.
The like gobbly part.
That is not a gobbly part. So we covered our Patreon content and the fact that we are going to have a summer hiatus, and that I think so. My last class is May 6th. So I figured that's about the time we would be going.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means we have this episode that comes out on the 15th, one on the 22nd, one on the 29th, and the one on the 6th.
Sounds good.
3 more episodes.
3 more, y'all.
And then we're going on summer break.
So if you love us that much, you should
send us to Paris. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, sure, that too. Be a Patreon so you can still get new stuff and see us.
Right. Because we're on summer break doesn't mean we're not doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also before that, all that happens, we do have our panel on May 24th at MobyCon, and it's Starting a Podcast, a haphazard guide for beginners. And that's, again, Friday, May 24th from 6 to 7 p.m. And it is $20 for each day, Friday and Sunday, and then $25 for Saturday.
But you really only need to come Friday.
To see us, yes. But there are other things to do at MobyCon, so it's a good value. So if you pay $20 for the day, you're gonna come see us and then see all the other amazing things that MobyCon has to offer. It's also $45 for the weekend if you wanted to stay for the weekend. Well, we don't care. No, I'm just kidding. We care.
Do we?
Yeah, we care. They're giving us our break, our big shot.
Fair enough.
So we want to support MobyCon.
I was trying to think of what else there is to do in Mobile when it's not Mardi Gras. I used to go there a lot because my ex's band played there.
There's museums. There's isn't it a science museum or something like that? There's a couple of museums and stuff in a park. There's an ice cream shop and some bars.
Fusakli's, Zaxby's, any kind of fast food chicken you want.
I was thinking more of the downtown area. There's a really great restaurant, and I can't remember what it's called, but it closes at like 4 every day, so you have to get there early. And do you know that, I think it's a Masonic Lodge? Mm-hmm. Down there, it's like right by there. There's like an empty parking lot across from that, and then on the other side of the parking lot is this restaurant. I cannot remember what it's called, but it's delish.
Huh. I don't remember. But when I frequented there, it was like 10 years ago. So
right.
There used to be a really good sushi place there. But again, that was 10 years ago.
It's now a Papa John's.
Oh, that would break my heart.
Who knows? It's probably still there. Good food should stick around, I hope.
Yeah. But there also has to be good patrons for good food.
True.
And we live in the South.
Yeah, but there's still some people with discerning taste, especially in Mobile. That's like one of the larger cities in the area. So they have wealthy people that demand higher qualities.
Sure. I feel like Pensacola has more of a market for that than Mobile, though.
Possibly. I agree with that because we are upward mobile, I guess, as far as cities. Mm-hmm. I just saw something. They just approved the downtown revitalization designs, and there's like some crazy stuff going on. And then they just had the opening for the market or that plaza thing downtown.
What?
Really? Okay.
I've been gone for like a week and a half.
Yeah, but this thing's been going on for a while.
Well, that's my excuse.
What was it? It was Well,
I'll look for it. I'm pretty sure it's actually been popping up on my Facebook now that you say that, but I ignore most of that. On that note, I apologize to anyone who tries to get in touch with me on my personal page because I am not good at keeping in touch with anyone or responding to stuff.
Same. It's called the Old City Market Grand Opening, and that was today, actually, from 9 to 7 p.m. By today, the day we're recording, April 12th. But yeah. So, yeah, it's got like all kinds of shops and there was even an old-timey soda fountain thing with banana splits, they say, and root beer floats, cherry phosphates, and milkshakes and malts. I kind of do want a root beer float right now. It sounds delicious.
PBR is kind of like root beer float if you put some sugar in it.
That's disgusting. Is it though? Does it?
I don't know.
Never. No, it couldn't. I want it to, but it couldn't.
I was looking for other beer, but I bought these specifically because they're like different cans right now, and they look kind of neato.
Yeah, I was noticing that. What is that
I don't know.
for?
You know, they always have like special edition for limited time.
Yep.
Whatevers. They're cute though.
I do like them. I like how plain, not plain, but it's just like it is just the blue ribbon. No fancy nothings.
Indeed.
I like it. We should decorate the room with that.
I have a gift for you.
Yay! I love gifts. I
Not
brought
super
you
exciting.
nothing.
I also rewrapped it. So
For Jordan. Oh, well, then it's clearly not for me.
I got you some airplane cookies.
Biscoff cookies. You did get it. Oh my
I
God.
didn't get the one I sent you. I wanted to find one that
This
had...
one's better. I love it.
It's super pretty.
I
Wait,
love it.
I think I left the price tag on it. Give it back.
Oh my God, I love it, you guys. It's a mustache coffee cup, like I said in my story.
It was looking for one that had it like going across it. I couldn't find a cool looking one.
I love it. Okay,
This
first
one's
of all,
like OG though, dude. I didn't know so many of them existed. Like,
right?
We went into this antique store and there were a shit ton. And I'm sure they've been there forever, but it's like, you know, when you don't look specifically for something like that, you can't, or you don't notice them. But yeah,
I love it.
I'm glad you like it.
I love roses and I love pink.
Exactly. That's why I was like, this is it. This is the one.
Love it so much.
So now you need to grow your mustache out so
Done.
that you can use it.
Done and done.
I don't know why those cookies are there. My mom put them in that bag, so that's from my mom.
Your mom gave me the biscuits?
I guess they were in the bag.
Nice. And I love the Dela-where State News that I got. Let's see what's going on there.
Pretty exciting stuff, man. I tell you what.
Teens get crash course in government. State touts opportunity zones to investors.
What section
Boring.
did you get?
Community Garden Spring Festival at Wesley College on tap. On tap? I don't even know what that means. Gun bill turns lawful citizens into criminals.
Huh. Oh, yeah, dude. I picked my gun up yesterday.
There we go. There it is. What kind of gun did you get?
It's a 9mm handgun.
A Lady Smith & Wesson?
Yeah, we'll go with that. I guess I don't want to be too detailed on it. But
is it illegal?
In case I ever commit a murder.
Oh, right. Serial number, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, exactly.
Bullet striations in a circular motion. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a little handgun. But I love it. It's got some oomph to it.
Really?
It's the same one Keelan has. So I've already shot it before.
So you know the kick?
Yeah. And this was on sale, and so.
How big is it?
It's like.
Okay.
7 inches long, 7, 8, and then like 5 inches tall.
Handy.
That's why it's a handgun.
Right. I want like one of those little ones.
Super tiny one.
Like a little purse one. Yeah.
I mean, this could fit in the purse.
Right.
A big purse. A medium purse. If I put it in my purse, that's the only thing that would fit in there.
Right.
Basically.
Right. Can't bring that to work.
I'm excited.
Have you gone and shot it yet?
No, I just got it yesterday. So. And, well, I bought it before I left, and then
it takes
the day before I left. It takes 3 days, but since I was gone.
Okay.
So I'm going to do my concealed carry class so I can carry it concealed.
Except for at work.
Yeah.
Because they don't care. Awesome. I wish I had a gun. No, I didn't.
You can go shooting with us.
Yeah, I do like shooting. I used to go with my ex all the time, but I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you shoot?
Oh, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
His uncle, 2 of his uncles were cops, and his grandfather was a sheriff. His dad had a bunch of guns. They have like handguns, shotguns, rifles. They had, I don't know what it is. Like, I can't even like pretend like I know guns, but I know it looks like an AR, whatever. You know, the ones
15.
the scary ones nobody likes. that are like kind of controversial.
The AR-15s?
Yeah.
Probably.
So they had something similar to that, but apparently something about it made it legal. I don't know.
Oh, well,
I'm not even sure.
you might be talking about something different. I don't know.
It looked scary.
Yeah.
It looked military grade.
Oh, okay.
And then at one point, this is the only gun that I remember the name of. At one point, my ex-father-in-law gave my ex-husband a Mosin Nagant, which is like an old Soviet rifle kind of thing, I guess, from like the Prussian War or something like that. I don't know. It's like an antique, but and he was like, it's so rare, and you know, I'm glad I could get this for you, son, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, there's like millions of them everywhere. They're really not that rare, but I just thought that was pretty funny. I don't know if he shot that one, if it was in working condition, but
yeah.
But yeah, they're all gun people. I'm like, meh.
I'm kind of meh too, but they're fun. But I'm not like super into it. Like our roommate's super into it, but I just want to have something in case.
Sure, personal
I fucking
protection.
need it. Yeah.
Yeah, home defense, personal protection. I agree with that. I am kind of a doomsday prepper, zombie apocalypse. So yeah, I'm all about that. I need something.
Just after listening to so many like true crime
Right?
stuff.
Yes. You're going to be a lethal lady after your gun training and your Krav Maga classes and all that.
Fucking true, man.
There's a new movie coming out. I forget what it's called. Maybe not Hannah.
That was a good movie though.
It's some girl's name. It's by the same people that did Lucy. You know, the one that Scarlett Johansson was in.
Yeah.
She's like, I think she's like some sort of lady badass.
Lady
I
Bad.
don't know. I
Did
can't
you
remember.
see Hannah?
Assassin. No, I haven't yet.
Oh my God.
My brother was watching it. Is it a
Wait.
movie or a series?
Maybe. So they made a movie. This was years ago. Maybe they started a series. But the movie was like her dad kept her in the woods and trained her. Yeah.
So
And it was so fucking good.
There's a movie?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, they're
I
promoting
think it came
something
out like
on.
early 2000s. So maybe they did a series now. I'd watch that shit.
Yeah, so I guess it's a series on Prime, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, new series. Oh, cool! But I didn't realize there was a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Who was in the movie?
I have no idea.
Hannah movie cast.
It was years ago.
2011.
Years.
Kate Blanchett, Eric Bana, some woman I don't know was her, and
Yeah, because she was like a little girl.
cool.
It's really good. I mean, I thought it was good. I guess don't hold me to that because it's been years since I've seen it, so my tastes have changed. But for what I recall.
Oh, okay. So now I'm looking at the poster and some scenes, and now, yeah, this looks familiar.
Is it all coming back to you?
I didn't see it.
Is it coming back to you now?
It's all coming back to me now. No, I did not see it, but I do recall seeing the previews for it.
'Tis good.
Yes. I think my brother said the show is good too.
I'll totally check that shit out. It's on Prime. I have Prime.
Pretty sure, yeah.
I've been buying way too much shit on Prime. Even while I was in Delaware, I was like ordering shit, and Keelan would text me and be like, "Why do you keep getting packages?"
Same. I've got so much cardboard. It's ridiculous. Good thing it's recyclable.
Yes.
So I just bought a new bathroom vanity light or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. It's so
no.
It's so dark in there. Like, it's not as bright as I was missing 2 bulbs in the old one that I had, and the last one I was like, who knows when it's going to go out. So I was going to try and replace the bulbs, but they're like some weird bulbs that no one at Lowe's or Home Depot, I'm not sure where I was at, knew exactly what they were like. I don't know what that is. You might just have to get a new fixture. I know. It's like, great. Yes, I'll just get a new fixture that has normal bulbs so that I never have to have this problem. So, but now I got this new one and I hate it. So I'm going to return it, and I have another one on the way.
At least that's like a perk. You can pretty much return anything.
Yeah, but it was a pain in the ass to get to change that out. It wasn't that big of a deal, but it was just awkward.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it, but at least I know how to do it.
Yeah, you got people that can help you.
I had 2 people helping me, and when I told them both that I was returning it, they're like, "No, we're not helping you." I'm like, "Okay."
Well, I'll help you.
Yay. All I need you to do is like hold it while I do stuff. So that's the thing. Like nobody wants to hold it.
Oh, I can hold it.
You mean you got to have that upper arm
I'm
straight.
trying to work on that anyways.
There you go. This is it.
Dude, why don't I need to go to like gospel church? So you just like throw your hands up in there all the time?
You praise.
Why do those women not have like stronger upper body strength?
I don't know. I think they do. It's just deceiving.
Probably.
I don't know, but yeah. I mean, it's like you look like you're doing water aerobics, but not in water.
I need to get another beer and a backup beer.
Okay. We're 17 minutes in.
17?
17 minutes. It's not like we paid for it.
I paid for it. Maybe I paid for it from our Patreon account. I didn't.
That's what it's for, though.
No, it's not for beer. It's
That's
for
what it's literally what it says on our thing.
Oh. Well, shit. Never mind then.
That's literally what it says.
I'm
Buy
gonna
us beer.
transfer my money then.
Beer and weird.
Mm-hmm.
I actually meant to bring that up. Like every time we buy alcohol, I was hoping that that you were using some of that.
No.
But never fear, we do have
Beer.
savings, and we're going to invest that into merch.
Yes.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I think we're going to be doing something about that over the summer as well. So
yeah, we'll get more.
looking into it.
Indeed. Oh, also, that was cute. I really like your fridge. It's got some good stuff going on.
Really?
You looked so perplexed when I said that.
Only because Dina and I are talking about me getting rid of my fridge, and she was going to give me hers. And
No, I meant like the contents.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like most people have a bunch of shit in their fridge, but then they like don't use half of it. At least that's in my experience. Yours looks empty, but everything in there is going to be utilized, I feel.
for sure, yeah.
Yeah, whereas mine's the total opposite.
Except for that upper shelf where the butter goes, because it's full of like random condiment packets from various fast food restaurants.
I feel like everyone has one of those.
Ketchup, picante sauce, hot mild sauce, all kinds of stuff up there. But yeah. Oh, I've been doing the Freshly thing. We're not sponsored by them, but I wish we were because they are freaking delicious.
Yeah?
I love them. I've tried a couple of the mail order pre-cooked ones because that's I can't do the HelloFresh or any of those because I don't cook. I mean, not even if you make it as convenient as giving me all the ingredients, I don't want to have to put them together. I just want to warm it up and eat it and go.
Learning that myself.
So I've tried a couple of those already cooked ones and they're disgusting. This one is so good. Like I haven't had a bad one yet, and they're really, really good.
I have to get a Whataburger after this.
All the way to Whataburger. Hopefully there's one on the way.
Oh no, there's literally one like across the street from our neighborhood. It's just not healthy.
No.
That's my thing, but whatever.
Whatever.
One day I'll lose weight.
Splurge.
I did like so much manual labor and just like was like constantly going and working my ass off while I was in Dela-where, and I still didn't lose weight. I learned so much about mulch.
You look really tan though.
Yeah, I was outside a lot.
Super tan.
I was like super sunburnt for a couple days.
Oh, don't see the red. It's all golden
really?
now.
I feel like it's still red. It's whatever.
Under this light, you look golden.
Oh, thank you. I try.
Right? I've been laying out for like every day that it's been sunny.
It looks like it.
Really? You
have such a
glow.
bronze glow. Yeah.
I'm finally the color of everyone else's ass cheek. I swear to God. Yep. By the end of the summer, I'll be as tan as your darkest freckle. Not really. Probably not.
I was going to say.
Your lightest freckle, then.
Okay.
As tan as your lightest freckle.
Do you get more freckles when you're in the sun?
Yeah, I do. But they kind of like, it's weird because like when I when I am in the sun for a long time and then I come back in, I notice that I have like a lot more prominent freckles. But then after a couple of hours, they kind of disappear again. Most of them, like maybe a few will remain, but yeah.
Mine stick around. I feel like I have more on my face right now. They'll come out.
Yeah, same. And then they turn into age spots later
and melanoma.
On. Yeah, it's fun. Freckles are cute, except for their cancer. Not really. But they do turn into liver spots. That's a true thing.
Yeah.
Another thing that I've been really excited about as far as like how I'm being lazy, we started doing Molly Maids and I fucking love it.
Did you really?
Yes. So I have Molly Maids come every 2 weeks, actually coming on Monday. They did a initial clean and they spent about like 2 hours here, I think, and it cost me like $150 for the initial clean. But they like clean the stove, the oven inside.
What?
Sweep them off the floors, cabinets, baseboards.
Damn.
They vacuumed upstairs. They cleaned the bathrooms. Cleaning the shower is just like worth it for me. Like just, I would have paid $100 for that.
Okay, yeah. Sharing a shower with a bunch of dudes.
This is why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah.
This is why I'm bringing it up. So the initial clean was like $150, and now every 2 weeks it's $100. So I pay about $200 a month, which I feel is super worth it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have them only do the common areas, so they don't go in my bedroom, they don't go in my brother's bedroom, they don't come in here.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I can vacuum my own room.
Yeah.
But yeah, to hit the common areas when you live, with multiple people, that's why I'm bringing it up. Like if you can finagle that, I feel like your boyfriend shouldn't be charging you rent, and you could spend that money on Molly Maids. You could swing that.
Yeah.
This is how you tell it to him. I'm gonna stop paying rent, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to pay for Molly Maids to come and clean the kitchen and the bathroom.
I like this, yeah.
Every other week, and we don't have to worry about it.
That would be nice. I'm still worried about the every other week thing because stuff builds up so much there. But I guess
you can do weekly.
No, every other week's fine because I feel like they'll like legitimately clean everything, whereas on the off week at least we can still like maintain.
Yeah.
And then they can like hardcore do stuff.
Right.
Keelan and Mike did good though. Like they made sure everything I was clean before I got home on Thursday or yesterday. So that was super sweet.
Right.
Like
the
everything.
Worst.
He like did the bedding and then everything. Well, no, they didn't fucking clean the bathroom. But
exactly. That's why I said it's worth the $100 just to have the bathroom cleaned.
Really is.
No one likes to do that.
Yeah.
But how sweet that they did that.
It was nice because I was worried. I was already stressed out and I was like, great, I'm going to walk into the house and then like immediately become more stressed out because everything's in disarray.
That is literally the worst feeling, to come back from a vacation / trip and everything be chaotic when you get there. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm already stressing out about the next thing. So I'm like, great, now I have to like fucking do my laundry and put all the shit away. Packing and unpacking is the worst. Mm-hmm.
I got into the habit of actually cleaning my house before I went on a large or a long trip.
Such a good idea.
A large trip, a long trip,
dude.
Just to have that feeling, like I can get home and just relax. I don't have to worry about anything, except for maybe a little bit of laundry if I used a lot.
That's a really good idea. I mean, I guess I can't utilize that because other people live there, but
right. We'll look into that Molly Maids. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
That's a plug for them.
For McDonald's, too. I do love McDonald's. So how long is your story today?
It'll be pretty short, and I can make it even more short if need be.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll go first.
Okay.
So that you can adjust as needed.
Excellent.
Alrighty.
Well, Rebecca.
Uh-huh.
Will you tell me a story?
I will do my best to tell you a story.
I think the rest of this podcast should be like a musical.
About bear ejection seats.
I'm sorry, what?
Today's topic is bear ejection seats.
Bear.
As in rar.
All right.
as in Winnie the Pooh bear. Wait, he's a bear, right? Yeah, okay. I was like, for a second.
why is he a poo?
A Pooh bear? I don't know. What the hell's a Pooh bear? My childhood's a lie.
Oh, God. Well, this might... We'll have to revisit this on a Patreon episode.
Right? What makes Winnie a poo? I just learned today that it's wheelbarrow, not wheelbarrel. I've been saying wheelbarrow the whole time.
Wheelbarrow.
But it's barrow.
Wheelbarrow. I think I just slurred all together.
Right.
I used a wheelbarrow while I was in Dela-where.
It's like Worcestershire. No one's real confident in saying that, so you just say it really fast.
Yeah,
Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
Oh man, there's so many words like that.
Yeah, what the fuck is a barrow, man? See, that's like one of the first things. Is it barrow, or barrel? Okay, so a barrow is an open container for carrying people or goods. No one uses that anymore.
Wait, carrying people
or goods,
like bodies
and parts. I feel like people would call it a buggy these days, so it's a wheel buggy.
Oh.
Or whatever you call buggies in your hometown. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to be talking, well, I actually it's a 3-parter. So the first part is bear ejection seats. So in the 1950s, the United States Air Force introduced a new bomber called the B-58 Hustler. This was the first aircraft to go Mach 2. It was also the first production aircraft with an escape crew capsule that was developed by Stanley Aviation Company. The capsule was pressurized, sheltered the pilots from the airstream, and contained food and survival supplies. But they wanted to include ejector seats in the escape capsule to allow pilots to bail out if necessary. Of course, they had to do a lot of testing before the ejector seats were deemed safe for human pilots.
What else did you think they put in them?
What?
Like what they put in the seats, aside from bears?
What do you mean?
Like to test them. What else did they eject out of them?
I'll get there.
Inanimate objects. Okay.
I'll get there.
Excellent.
So this is before crash test dummies like that we saw in commercials when we were children with the circles and whatever. So the Air Force used live animals for testing, including 6 bears and a chimpanzee. At first,
those things will rip your face off.
The chimpanzees. That's one of our
extras.
Yes. I can't wait for that to come out. So yes, the chimpanzee. But at first, the bears and other animals tested ejection seats and At first, they tested the bears and animal. Nope, I'm never going to get this right. At first, the bears were testing the ejection seats and capsules on rocket sleds. So they were like ground levels. They were just like, I guess, I don't know. It was on the ground. So, and then... I'm not an...
I don't... okay, carry on.
What, you do know what a rocket sled is?
I kind of just thought of
like a bobsled?
Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool Runnings. Yes, that was a great movie.
It was a very good movie.
That's kind of what I pictured, honestly. But it didn't matter because that's not what the point of this story. I didn't follow that train of thought. So once the Air Force was relatively sure of the design, they began flying the aircraft and ejecting the animals at altitude. The animals were given drugs and rigged with sensors before being placed in ejection capsules. Yeah, they drugged them. They basically sedated them.
Yeah. Bears. Well, and chimps. They're going to be pissed off.
They're brown bears, so they're tinier.
Yeah, but still.
I mean, black bears.
Black bears here, and they'll still fuck you up.
I'm pretty sure they were black bears. I actually don't have that on here.
Babies.
I didn't choose to notate which type of bear it was.
They sure as shit weren't grizzly bears. I'm sure they were.
Big old grizzly. I mean, you never know. So, yes, they were drugged and then rigged with sensors before they placed them in the ejection capsules. During the testing of the Stanley capsule in 1962, a 2-year-old black bear named Yogi. I was like, I know I have black bear in there for some reason. Anyway, a black bear named Yogi became the first living creature to survive a supersonic ejection.
Wow.
Which is controversial because apparently there was another dude that did it in a Mach 1, I guess, aircraft in like 10 years before that. So
I thought you were going to say it was controversial that they were ejecting animals.
Besides that. Yeah, so the record, I guess, is debated. But anyway, the bear was ejected at 35,000 feet from the bomber flying at supersonic speeds of 870 miles per hour.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Yogi survived the test and landed unharmed 7 minutes and 49 seconds later.
What about all the bears prior to him?
Other bears were used as test dummies as well. The bears were sedated before the flight, and most of them were fine when they landed. There was one fatality among the animals during testing. One bear had a brain condition that wasn't detected prior to the flight.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and the physical strain during the ejection killed the animal.
Oh, my God.
2 other bears suffered minor fractures and bruising during the flights. So most of them survived the ejection testing without, major incident. Unfortunately, the Air Force ordered autopsies to be sure that there were no hidden internal injuries or stress on the organs, which resulted in the deaths of all of the animals that had otherwise survived, including Yogi.
What the fuck?
I know. And then to answer your question about what would they have done before the animals to test these things?
Cantaloupes,
just fruit. Oranges, kiwis, watermelons. The watermelons did the best. No, they actually supposedly hired people from the unemployment line to act as test dummies. But apparently, I guess people stopped wanting to do that after they were like, you could die.
Yeah.
So this is untested, and you're going to be 35,000 feet high, going 870 miles per hour before you're ejected.
Oh, man.
Is it worth it, or would you rather just sit in the unemployment line? I think I'll take my chances in the unemployment line.
I was going to say it'd be a good plan if you... This is so dark. If you were suicidal and you wanted
you're like,
your family to get your life insurance plan, but you probably had to sign something like you wouldn't get your life insurance because you're doing it for testing, which is unfortunate because
you would think there'd be some sort of compensation.
I don't know. It's the military.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. He could have. They should sign up under an alias name.
Ooh.
And then they died of mysterious causes. Looks like severe impact from 35,000 feet at 870 miles per hour.
You just have to know someone in the military and then you're good.
Nah, he tripped.
Yeah, I saw it.
So that's the end of bear ejection seats.
Okay.
But I wanted to continue the animals in the military theme.
Oh, sweet.
So I'm going to talk to you about... I looked it up how to say this. Wojtek, the Syrian bear soldier.
Okay.
It's spelled, you probably know this one.
I know him, yeah.
Wojtek is how it's spelled, but it's also sometimes spelled and pronounced Voytek, Wojtek. And he was a 500 to 600 pound Syrian brown bear that was adopted by the 22nd Transport Company Artillery Division in the Polish Second Corps during the World War II. During World War II. The name Wojtek is...
You gotta say it with like a strong accent.
I'm really trying.
Wojtek.
Wojtek. I
Just sounded like I was coughing.
Wojtek is an old Slavic nickname meaning happy warrior. It sounds very Asian. Happy warrior.
Yeah.
You want peanut sauce? On April 8th, 1942, Wojtek was bought as a young cub at a railway station in Hamadan, Iran. Probably not how you pronounce that, but Hamadan, Iran, by Polish soldiers who had been evacuated from the Soviet Union. The cub had been discovered in the mountains of Iran by a young Kurdish boy who had found the cub's mother shot by hunters. Like Bambi. Or Bambi's mom. One of the civilian refugees, an 18-year-old named Irina or Inka, I'm not sure why she's got two names, but in some stories she's Irina, some Inka, so whatever.
Okay.
She was the great niece. I was going to say great grandniece, but it's just great niece of a general. So when she fell in love with the cub, she encouraged one of the lieutenants to buy the young bear. She's like, "Oh my God, it's so cute.
Wow.
You need to buy it for me because I'm the general's great grandniece. I mean, just great niece. She's not grand. She's just great." So they did. And then for the next... Reluctantly. Actually... I don't know how reluctantly it was.
Well, maybe at first. That's like when you tell your mom you're gonna, like, if they get you a hamster, you're gonna clean its cage every day. And
I'm gonna walk him and feed him and love him and squeeze him and
nope.
And then nothing. And then like 3 weeks later, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's like in
and
his
the mom's
wheel.
like, yes.
Right. Well, had
Not
to go.
in this case.
Right. So for the next 3 months, he spent time with the soldiers in the Polish refugee camp that was established near Tehran. And they nursed him with a bottle of condensed milk that was actually in a vodka bottle. So they filled the vodka bottle with condensed milk.
That's not...
Yeah.
Yeah. That's surprising at all.
The soldiers treated him like a baby, and then when he grew up, he also ate fruit, marmalade, honey, and syrup, and then he was often rewarded with beer, which became his favorite drink.
Oh.
Yes. So here's a quote from one of the soldiers who took care of him. He would accept lit cigarettes. Oh my God. This is why I didn't drink the last 2 episodes.
Oh no. See, I decided that it happens to me whether I'm sober or not. So I just roll with it.
So he would accept lit cigarettes. He would take a puff and then swallow them.
Wait.
Yes.
Okay.
He would take the cigarette, take a puff, and then just eat it. Because he's a bear. He loved to drink from a beer bottle, and when it was empty, he would look through the opening to see where the rest of the beer was. Oh, it's so cute, because I can actually picture it, because he's like with his hands like looking, oh, where's the beer? Where'd it go?
I was going to say, I feel like alcoholics do that.
I see the same in Homer, Simpson, and Barney.
Yes.
He enjoyed wrestling with the soldiers, and he was taught to salute when greeted. He became the unofficial mascot to all the units stationed nearby. He traveled with the 22nd Company to Iraq, through Syria, Palestine, and Egypt. He copied the other soldiers, even marching alongside them with on his hind legs.
Sorry. Rebecca's losing it again.
Sorry, I almost. I gotta stop picking such ridiculous things.
Nope.
Okay, I almost said he would march with his hind legs, like.
Oh, like holding them and.
Oh God, yes, but he would march on them.
We should just start doing this, like record it as a video.
Yes, we will get to the video soon. Anyway, he would do that because he saw the soldiers doing it.
Yeah. Wait. Where's the great?
She left.
Oh. Of course she did.
So I guess at one point they were in safe territory, and then like at some point they get deployed to combat, so they're not going to take her. So where was I? Okay, so while in Egypt and in the Middle East, Votek needed a lot of liquids in the sweltering heat because it's really hot as fuck.
Yeah.
He would chase after oranges that the men used for grenade practice, which I'm saying, like, why would you destroy oranges for that? Like, you can't find rocks or something else?
Maybe
it's
they
not
were
edible?
more similar to the weight. I don't know. Grenades are pretty fucking
Hefty,
yeah.
right? You need those oranges. He also learned how to break into the communal shower huts and turn on the shower, which sometimes resulted in water shortages because he would turn it on, drink, and then just leave it running.
Shit.
Leave that shit running.
He was drunk.
Because he's drunk all the time. The men even taught the bear how to pick up new recruits and hold them upside down by the boots to make them think that they were going to get eaten.
It's pretty sweet.
I know, right? That makes me want to get a bear for sure.
All right, our new Patreon.
We want a bear.
Yep.
Not really. Please don't give me a bear. A stuffed bear?
No, real one.
Feel like it's a chimpanzee moment where it
no.
could eat our faces off.
I mean, you start when it's a baby.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I mean, okay, I agree because the story does end well.
Okay.
So, blah, 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 blah. Because regulations forbade any mascot or pet animals on board a British transport ship from Egypt to Italy, Wotek, I keep saying Wotek, but it's Votek. It's spelled both ways.
Maybe it's pronounced Wotek.
It's definitely Vo, but it's like one of those W's that you pronounce like a V. Anyway.
Okay.
Votek was officially drafted into the Polish army as a private and was listed among the soldiers of the 22nd Artillery Supply Company. As an enlisted soldier, he had his own paybook, rank, and serial number. He even lived with the other men in tents or a special wooden crate, which was transported by a truck.
I feel bad for any of the guys in that hated him. There were some dudes that were just like, God,
this fucking bear.
Damn it. Yeah.
Why? It seemed like everybody loved him. Like, by all accounts, he was beloved. So during the Battle of Monte Cassino, Votek was seen on the front lines carrying what was thought to be live ammunition to help load the guns, but they were most likely empty ammo crates and used shells. But yeah, so like they're like, nah. So, like when somebody sees something and then they start spreading the rumor and it like builds
telephone.
over time.
Yeah.
It's like he was carrying live ammunition and loading the guns and not dropping one.
And then he was shooting the guns.
Right, and then he flew. Then he sprouted wings. Yeah, so it just got crazy. His role in the Battle of Monte Cassino earned him a promotion to the rank of corporal. So he got a promotion. Like that's crazy. That's real crazy that you promoted a bear. But anyway.
I think it's crazy they ejected bears.
That's even crazier. Yeah. Yawn. I'm boring myself.
Good. What was your quote the other up? You were yawning.
Not because
you're boring.
It's because I'm boring. In recognition of the bear's popularity, a depiction of a bear carrying an artillery shell became the official emblem of the 22nd Company.
It's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I've seen that before I even heard about this.
Yeah, I feel like I have too.
After the end of World War II, in 1945, Votek was transported to Berwickshire, Scotland. Berwickshire, probably.
Worcestershire.
With the rest of the 22nd Company. And following the demobilization on November 15th, 1947, Votek was given to the Edinburgh Zoo. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it.
Edinburgh, yeah.
Yeah. Where he spent the rest of his life, often visited by journalists and former Polish soldiers, some of whom would toss him cigarettes, which he then ate because
he's a bear.
Because he's a bear. And also there was no one there to light it. The media loved him, and he was often a frequent guest on the BBC television Blue Peter program, which is apparently for children. So they had this giant 600-pound bear and a bunch of children. I want to see this show.
Yeah.
He unfortunately died in 1963 at the age of 21. And here's the funny part. Not funny, but fucked up, really.
They kind of go hand in hand sometimes.
Yeah. They say it's partly because of damage to his esophagus and possibly from swallowing all those cigarettes.
Go figure.
Like, duh.
Well,
yes.
How old? No, go ahead.
He was 21 when he died. And at the time of his death, he weighed nearly 490 pounds and was over 6 feet tall. They erected a bronze statue in central Edinburgh in November 2015 to commemorate his specialness.
Aww.
And I have one more story quickly to go through.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was going to ask you how long bears lived.
I don't know. I really don't.
And I thought I had the answer, but apparently not.
He's a Syrian brown bear. Why are you looking that up?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Oh, it says 20 to 25 years.
Okay, so he was right around there.
Maybe, yeah.
If he hadn't ate all those cigarettes, he'd have lived another 4 years.
That cracks me up.
Cigarettes kill.
All right.
So I like to have a Pensacola connection, and then I received it through our number one fan. So in the late 1950s, at the beginning of the U.S. space race, Naval Air Station Pensacola, NAS, was home to the Naval School of Aviation Medicine, which was tasked with studying the effects of spaceflight on the human body. Mm-hmm. So, of course, before we test it on humans, let's test it on innocent animals.
Oh, God.
So on May 28th in 1959, a pair of monkeys, one squirrel monkey named Miss Baker and a rhesus monkey named Miss Abel.
What the fuck?
You gotta name them. They
Miss?
were females.
To give them a little respect?
They're a little sassy.
Okay.
They were each strapped into a canister that contained devices to monitor their vital signs, and they were placed in a capsule atop a Army Jupiter rocket positioned on a launch pad at Cape Canaveral. And at 2:39 a.m., the rocket launched into space, carrying Miss Abel and Miss Baker to an altitude of over 300 miles. Of the 16 minutes that they were airborne, the two primates spent 9 minutes experiencing weightlessness. Upon landing, the two creatures were instant celebrities, with a color photograph of them featured on the cover of the June 15th, 1959 issue of Life magazine.
Oh my God.
Tragically, 2 weeks before the magazine went to press, Miss Abel died on the operating table as doctors were in the process of removing an electrode from beneath her skin. Like, she made it, but then we fucked her up.
Wow.
Humans did this to her.
That doesn't surprise me.
Miss Baker, though, she lost an out during flight but quickly recovered. And for the next decade, the Navy cared for her in Pensacola, where visitors could view the space pioneer in her home at the research facility. She was mated to another primate, which apparently is the term, in 1962, and she lived in Pensacola until 1971, when she moved with her mate to the U.S. Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama. And in 1979, her mate, Big George, died. Yes. Miss Baker and Big George.
Fucking South.
So Big George died, but Miss Baker remarried. And his name was Norman. And they lived happily together until old age. And Miss Baker died in 1984 at the age of 27. And she was supposed to be the oldest squirrel monkey in the world at that time. She's currently buried in Huntsville, Alabama, where she has a stone marker that lists her many accomplishments, and people tend to leave bananas on her marker as a tribute to her.
Wow.
And thus concludes my animals in the military.
You said squirrel monkey, so honestly, through that entire bit, I just kept thinking about like envisioning squirrels,
Oh, yes.
but
It's a monkey.
yeah.
Picture a squirrel if it were a monkey.
Gotcha.
And that's what it is.
Okay.
The end.
That was fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Jordan,
Rebecca.
will you tell me a story?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what accent that was.
Same.
I just made it up.
It was beautiful. Boop, 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 ba-doop, ba-doop.
Anytime you're ready.
Oh.
I'm kidding. While you're doing that, I gotta get a tissue. It's not my chapstick for once.
Because you already have your chopstick. Okay.
Please continue.
So this is nowhere near as entertaining as yours.
What?
But,
I don't want to hear it. No, I'm just kidding.
all right.
I take it back.
It's a little odd.
I love odd.
And
Oddities,
apparently-
absurdities. What was mine? Absurdity?
absurdity.
Yes, I agree.
Sorry to take my watch off. I'm getting serious now.
Uh-oh. Time is no thing here. Time does not exist.
No, time
Time exists.
definitely needs to exist. Oh, so because when I told people where the fuck I was going, they don't.
Delaware?
Yeah, Dela-where.
It's a southern
Some
state.
people don't realize it's a state at all. So we're going to learn a little bit about Dela-where.
Okay.
Oh, that was funny because it's the second smallest state. And I said little.
Oh.
Okay, anyways. It wasn't intentional, but then I was like, man, I'm
Sucks when you have to explain your own
great.
joke.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that.
All right. History real quick. I'm trying not to say and I'm trying not to say fuck.
Oh, I get
Those are my fillers, but it's probably still going to happen.
I gave up.
The origin of Delaware dates back to the early colonization in Delaware Valley. I'm not going to read it like that. Anyways, it was established by Swedish settlers in 1638. It's only made up of 3 counties and still is.
Wow.
Newcastle, damn it, there it goes. Kent and Sussex, they were fully established by 1682, and they each have like their own settlement history because instead of like the early inhabitants identifying with the state overall or like their own little colonies, they identified with the counties. So that's that. Allegedly, Delaware was nicknamed the Diamond State because Thomas Jefferson referred to it as a jewel among states due to its prime location on the eastern seaboard, which is pretty legit because it's like Wilmington. So Dover's the capital. Wilmington is north of that, which is like the bigger city. And it's only like, it's like a couple hours from Philly. It's a couple hours from New York City. It's a couple hours from Boston. So it's
DC
kind of
and
a
all
pretty
that.
sweet.
Thank
so
God
it's
I know what a
close
map
to
looks like.
everything.
So it is a jewel or a diamond.
Yeah,
Gem.
it's a diamond state. Thomas Jefferson thought it was the shit and referred to it as the jewel among states. I already read that. Anyways, also, did you know that Thomas Jefferson created mac and cheese?
I heard that somewhere. I think it was on a Pop Sci podcast. But yes, they have they were going through like the oldest mac and cheese recipes, and he had one.
Yeah, he had brought it back from France and was like trying to perfect it, and then eventually he kind of made his own like macaroni cheese casserole, and it kind of evolved from there.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was
He
like,
added
a
Worcestershire
side
to
note.
it.
Worcestershire. So that was the thing.
Fun fact.
Fun fact, indeed. Then, so it's the Blue Hen State, and it's the Blue Hen State because
The hell's a blue hen?
it's a hen that's blue.
Is it really blue or is it just gray?
I don't know. It's probably gray.
Let's look it up.
Why are you questioning all
I'm
of my
questioning.
things right now?
I don't believe any of it now.
It's fine.
I'm just kidding. I'm
It's fine.
just super curious what a blue hen looks like. And I can't wait for the YouTube to come out. I have to Google it.
So the reason for that was during the Revolutionary War.
It's pretty.
Is it blue?
It's really gray. It's like a really bluish gray.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's why, there's blue squirrels and they call them blue squirrels, but they're actually gray.
Yeah, it's like so gray that it might be blue. Some of them look blue, to be honest with you.
Excellent. Well, during the Revolutionary War, they used them for cockfighting. So soldiers would keep them.
No.
You just did a full story on bears.
Animal abuse, I know. Yes. What is up with the military?
I know, seriously.
There's our connection. This is how we're so connected.
I like it. Yeah, pretty much.
We're always in the same wavelength.
Yep.
Share half of a brain. Half of a brain? Half of a brain?
Half in a brain.
Half in a brain. Yes, cockfights.
Yeah.
Blue cockfights.
And they were highly esteemed blue cocks. Thank you.
Oh, well, that makes it even worse. We love you so much. Now die. Fight to the death.
Well, I think they were.
We can only love one of you.
Because they were assholes, and so they were good to fight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now it's the blue hen state.
When I typed in blue hen, it literally comes up Dela-where blue hen.
Yeah, no, it's seriously everywhere. Like,
That's
we
their
were
thing.
driving around, and it's just like Blue Hen Plaza. The school's mascot's the blue hen, and which initially sounded lame to me, but then when you learn that it's because they used to do cockfights, it's kind of cool. But no one else knows that.
Right.
People in fucking Philadelphia don't know that.
Your thing's a chicken.
So Brigadier General Caesar Rodney.
What's his name? Caesar Rodney?
Is it Caesar? I don't know.
Is it Rodney Caesar?
Look, Brigadier General Rodney.
Is it Brigadier or Brigadier?
Brigadier, thank you.
I don't even know, though.
No, I think it's Brigadier.
I have no idea.
Brigadier.
I was wrong about wheelbarrow.
Fuck,
barrel.
I was too, man.
Shit. I can't even stop saying it wrong.
It's all gone terribly wrong.
We don't know words.
Yeah, whatever. He's the guy on the back of the Dela-where state quarter, you know, when they used to do the state quarters.
I never looked at Dela-where, so I'm sorry.
Well, he's the guy riding on the horse.
I thought it was George Washington, to be honest.
No.
Okay. Caesar Romero. I mean,
Rodney.
Caesar Rodney.
Good old Rod. Rode 80 miles on horseback overnight to Philadelphia, despite suffering from asthma and skin cancer.
Wait, asthma and what?
Skin cancer.
Asthma and skin cancer? And he wrote, why did he ride there?
Oh, he
To
wrote
seek
there
treatment?
for a really important reason. But reading over this, like, asthma and skincare, or skin cancer.
He did not have proper skin care.
It doesn't seem as, like, dramatic as they tried to make it out to be.
Right? History
Anyways,
never
I don't
is.
know. He was uncomfortable, I guess, and he was riding a horse, which makes it even worse.
My skin is very itchy.
So he rode to Philly on July 1st, 1776, in favor of the nation's independence, and his vote was actually the deciding factor.
That's why.
So it's kind of a big deal.
That's why.
Yeah, that's why he's on a quarter.
He earned a quarter for that.
Yeah, he did. And it's unfortunate because still no one knows who he is.
Nope. He'll forever be overshadowed by George Washington.
Poor guy. And macaroni and cheese.
Oh, yeah, Jefferson.
Macaroni and cheese.
They don't have that at Whataburger. They should, though.
They should. Taquitos. Delaware was the first state to ratify the Constitution on December 7th, 1787, 5 days before any other province or colony, and because of this, it is given the first position in congressional votes and national events such as the presidential inaugurations. And then it seems so late in the game, but it says in 2002, a first grade class requested that the nickname "the first state" be made official.
Why wouldn't it have been there before?
I don't know. I guess I should have. Nah. So, let's see. I told you it was the second smallest state. It's 100 miles long and 35 miles at its widest point.
Right?
Basically, you can drive from the top to the bottom of it in 2.5 hours.
It's about how long it takes to drive around the island of Oahu in Hawaii.
Yeah. Which is good, kind of, if you want to be able to see your family all the time.
Yeah.
Which is why I go there. But I also normally live hundreds of miles away.
Right. But when you go, you can actually like see everyone.
It's convenient. Yeah.
How many hours you said?
2.5.
Okay, yeah, because when I go home and I have to stop in Houston, okay, so first of all, it's 8 hours to Houston,
Yeah.
another hour and a half, 2 hours to get through Houston. So I'll see family there, and then it's another 3 hours to my sister's house, and another like hour and a half, 2 hours to my mom's. So,
Oof.
yeah. Blech. Texas is too big. Why can't you be more like Delaware?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Texas isn't exactly fun to drive through.
It depends on what you're looking for.
Well,
I enjoy the scenery change.
Flat.
It goes from like bayou, swampy, kind of foresty areas to like plains to hill country to
on
desert.
10? On I-10?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a desert, and then and then by that time you're in like El Paso.
When I was driving
and then you move into like New Mexico, Arizona, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
We have different views on all of this.
I mean, I like different terrains. I can find the beauty in different types of terrain.
I mean, maybe we took a different route, but when I drove to Oregon, Texas was very flat.
Yeah.
And very,
a lot of it
like,
is.
If we break down, no one's going to fucking be around to help us.
I feel like on I-10, that's not possible.
Maybe we took a different route then.
If you're going up to Oregon, you're not taking I-10 because I-10 takes you to California.
Well, but we did an L.
You must have.
We went across Texas, through New Mexico, and then up.
Okay.
Our first destination was Albuquerque.
Okay.
But when we went into New Mexico, it was really depressing.
I feel like there is a road that takes you north through like not El Paso. Mm-hmm. Like I-10 would take you through El Paso, and I think you can like spur off to go north to Albuquerque.
We did take a detour, so maybe that's what it was. But still, going into New Mexico, it was like the roads were just like full of potholes and shit, and it was just like really dilapidated buildings everywhere. It was weird. Mm-hmm. Anyways, we're talking about Delaware, goddammit. The University of Delaware offered the country's first study abroad program in 1923 when a professor and World War I veteran decided that there was like a strong importance of cross-cultural exchange, and so he took 8 juniors with him to France.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The state insect is a ladybug.
Aww.
Thanks to a 2nd grade class who petitioned and got it approved on April 25th, 1974. I don't know what the fuck is up with these elementary schoolers deciding.
Your state's run by elementary schoolers, school children. Wonder what Texas state bug is. A cicada.
Is it?
No, I'm just...
Cicadas are badass. Do you remember when I was living in my old house? They're so cool. No. I sent you a picture of one. They look like grumpy old men.
They do. Oh, wow. It's a monarch butterfly because we're awesome. I don't get
Florida's? Is it a fucking love bug or termite?
Right. It's definitely a termite.
A palmetto bug.
That's crazy that our state bug is a monarch because I don't recall seeing a whole lot of monarchs there. Florida Man. Florida state bug is a zebra longwing, which is a butterfly.
Oh, that's cool. Well, ladybugs are kind of metal.
Technically, yours is a 7-spotted ladybug.
Ah.
It's a special one.
Well, they're a baller because they eat bugs and make better, like plants better and shit. I always wanted to, you can order boxes of ladybugs.
Right.
You know, farmers do, so they go eat all the aphids.
Uh-huh.
I want a box of
They're
ladybugs.
also good luck, apparently, in some cultures, I think.
I find ladybugs all the time, so I must be the luckiest motherfucker in the world. It
could be.
Doubt it.
She
Doesn't
could be.
seem like it. So the DuPont company is really popular there, and I'm going to try and briefly touch base on this.
Is it a chemical company?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So they started in... I'm so old. I can't read from that far away. 1802 in Wilmington, Delaware, which is another reason why that's like where a lot of Delaware's population is, because like my grandparents live more south, and it's not so much country as it used to be when I was growing up, but it's still like fairly country.
Right.
Anyways, yeah, they started as a gunpowder mill. It was discovered by, I am not going to pronounce this right.
I conveniently left out the names of people, important people in my story. They were Polish names, so forgive me.
Well, this is French, so Eleuthère Irénée Dupont.
Sure.
So that guy, whose name I'm not going to say again, used capital that he had raised in France and gunpowder machinery imported from France to make gunpowder, because he realized there was like a big market for it in the States.
Starting to see this real strong connection between Delaware and France. Like, what's up with that? Delaware, little France.
No shame in that. In 1914, he began buying stock, or not him, but his family. His name's Pierre Dupont. Anyways, buying stock in General Motors, and eventually, so then he was on the board, and then he was chairman, and then in 1920 he was president of General Motors, which is interesting because he maybe knew our friend Thomas Midley Jr.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Who, what did he do? He,
made ethyl.
Not exterminated himself. What did he do? He fumigated himself, right? He was like, see, it doesn't mess with you. And then he's like, I have to go to Florida, get some fresh air.
Yep. Maybe they vacationed together.
Maybe.
So they basically attribute the DuPonts to GM becoming like a #1 automobile company in the world.
Huh.
So in addition to that, they emphasize on material science, and due to that, they invented neoprene, nylon, raw materials for parachutes, powder bags, and tires. And they're also the key company behind development of modern body armor.
Yeah, those are all weaponry and military uses.
It's still good.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, blah, blah, blah. Second World War, their ballistic nylon was used by Britain's Royal Air Force to make flak jackets. And then when Kevlar was developed, their labs were one of the ones to start tests to see if it could resist a lead bullet. That's pretty neato. I mean, obviously they created like a bunch of shit that wasn't good for the environment too, which I left out, but they did some helpful things as well.
All in the name of science.
Indeed. And I don't know why, but growing up, I thought they were like a really popular furniture company.
It's like IKEA.
Yeah.
Oh, that's our DuPont. It's like IKEA.
I guess because they took me to like a DuPont
factory.
Where the people live, the plantation that they owned, like the big house. Jesus Christ, I can't think of the word.
It might have been.
Anyways, they took us to their house, and yeah, I was so young. It was just like, oh, DuPont's, and then it's this house with all this fancy furniture. So I was like, they must make furniture.
No,
total opposite.
Italians and French people made that furniture.
Well, they were French.
Oh yeah, they're right.
Yeah, so they just bought good French furniture because they were French. They knew what the fuck they were doing. So anyways, now their corporate headquarters is still located in Wilmington, Delaware, and they describe themselves as a global science company that employs more than 60,000 people worldwide and has a diverse array of product offerings. I just thought that was interesting because for such a state that no one knows about, they've got some shit going on.
Right? But I think maybe that's on purpose.
Ooh.
It's like the the best little known secret. No, I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Shh, don't tell anybody. Delaware is an awesome place to live.
Yeah.
But not for you. Don't come here.
So, partially probably due to that, Delaware ranks second in scientists and engineers as a percent of the workforce, and they have the highest number of patent awards per person. But maybe they're just handing out patents because, again, Mr. Thomas...
It's not harmful. Just take a whiff. It doesn't hurt you.
Oh, I need to go to Florida now.
Right. I need a vacation.
Okay.
So basically the whole state of Delaware are scientists and engineers that work for DuPont.
In North Delaware, or if you go to South Delaware, where I was, they're all farmers, and there's like a bunch of chicken factories there, and they smell really bad.
I know.
Yeah.
Gross.
But some of it's really pretty too. Oh, and Rehoboth Beach was one of the first beaches to hold like the swimsuit contest for like Miss America, like low key before it got big.
Huh.
They did it there to encourage. God, I keep burping. I'm sorry. Tourism and stuff.
Come see our fancy ladies.
So they've got some beaches. Rehoboth Beach is super popular. It's not.
Say it again. Rehobo. Rehobo Beach?
Rehoboth.
Rehoboth. Rehobo Beach.
There's just hobos everywhere.
Those aren't Miss America contestants. Those are hobos in wigs.
Yeah, homeless people that can't afford clothing. All right, I'm going to go through the rest of this as quickly as possible because this is a long fucking episode. An insect species, the Bethany Beach firefly, can only be found in Delaware, and it was actually unsighted for 40 years, and then it was rediscovered in 1998.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They thought it was extinct, and they're like, nope, here's one.
Yep.
Sweet.
Delaware Bay is home to more horseshoe crabs than anywhere else in the world.
I don't even know what a horseshoe crab is.
Wait, are you serious? They're the ones with the dome, the big dome shell, and they have the long, pointy...
Here it is. I don't eat crabs.
Yeah.
Ew!
It's not one that you eat.
Okay.
It's like a dinosaur.
It does look like a dinosaur.
Yeah, no, they've been around forever.
It looks like a frickin' alien.
Yeah, they find, like, fossils of them and stuff. They've been around for literally
call that a
ever.
crab? How in the world could you call
flip
that
it
a crab?
over and it looks like it's got crab legs.
Ew, ew.
They're so cool. They're so cool.
Sea roaches.
No, they're big.
Yeah, but they look like
They're like a
roach feet.
foot.
Look at this one with its babies on it.
Aww. That's so much better than a wolf spider with babies on it.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe, I don't know.
No, they don't
They're both
fuck with you.
ugly.
They're cool. Yeah, and they're actually really beneficial because they
Just kidding, those are snails, not babies.
Well, either way, they're cool because they actually help in biomedical research a lot.
Ew, this one's it's a gif of it moving its legs.
Are you listening?
Yes, but this caught my attention. It's gross.
You just flip him over and he's fine.
Ugh.
They're cool.
All right. That's horrible.
They play an invaluable role in studying the human eye and detecting bacteria and drugs.
Really? I
That's
kind of
cool.
don't want to know how that works. Sounds gross.
No, it's not gross.
We collect its excretions.
It does something cool though.
Okay.
Okay. You've watched Parks and Rec, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Aubrey Plaza's from Wilmington, Delaware.
Oh, cool.
I thought so. Joe Biden, which is controversial right now, but whatever. I think he's awesome. He went to the University of Delaware.
Not to sound ignorant, why is it controversial?
Oh, he's getting a bunch of crap right now because allegedly, he like touched a bunch of women inappropriately.
Oh God, here we go.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
no, and it's
That didn't
bullshit. One of them was like,
You would have come out.
he smelled a woman's hair. Like,
Oh my God. That's
like,
ridiculous.
He's an older man. He's from a different generation. Like he was like a father type figure. He wasn't
First
doing
of all,
the same thing.
Why now? Why are you just bringing this up now, ladies?
Because he's trying to run for president.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why not? Why wouldn't you come out
Right, yeah.
when he was vice president?
Yeah. No, it's shitty. I would love for him to be president. So he went to University of Delaware. But yeah, my being up there with my grandfather, listening to him rant about that current situation was very entertaining. 'Cause he is all about Biden.
He's about that Biden.
He's about that Biden. On an entirely different spectrum, Bob Marley lived in Delaware between 1965 and 1977.
Wow.
And had one of his sons there.
For 10 years he was in Delaware?
And he worked for DuPont.
What?
Yeah. And at the Chrysler assembly plant.
So before he was Bob Marley, the musician.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. We're almost done. I don't know why I feel like I always have to say that. But
I don't
whatever.
know. It's interesting.
According to a study in 2015, buffering is something that Delawareans really have to worry about. Buffering, like when you watch shit on the internet and it stops because it's buffering.
Yes.
Because the state enjoys the fastest internet speeds in the country.
What?
With connection speeds higher than every other country observed.
Why?
With the exception of South Korea. I don't know, because the DuPonts are there and they're like, we need fucking internet.
That's weird. I want to know more about that, actually.
You can look into it. I'll take a note of it.
Okay.
And then a Kiplinger. I drank too much. No, I really didn't. But
what is the word again?
It's a Washington, D.C. based finance news and business publication, Kiplinger. Okay. They listed Delaware as one of the top states, as the top state for retirees, which is kind of funny considering we're in Florida. Yeah.
Heaven's waiting room.
Right. They said in terms of Heaven's waiting room.
You've never heard that before?
No, that's incredible.
Technically, that's Boca Raton, but you know.
Well, yeah, no, Boca's it. Yeah. It's supposedly Delaware is too, but this doesn't entirely make sense because it says it's in terms of economy, crime, demographics, and tax rates. But there's a pretty high crime rate up there, so I'm not sure where exactly they're looking in Delaware.
It's all that DC trash coming in from 2 hours away.
God, that's it. It's been listed as the third most bike-friendly state.
Cool, because it's like only 35 miles wide.
And you can be like, I rode my bike across the whole state.
Entire state. You? Yeah. What have you done this weekend?
Dogfish Head. You've had Dogfish Head, right?
Yeah, the beer.
Yes.
I was like, is that a crab? I'm just kidding. Yes, the beer.
That's all I talk about, crabs and oysters. She has a problem.
Sea boogers. And sea roaches.
Did I send you a picture of the oyster plates?
You did.
Oh my God.
It's disgusting.
There's oyster plates.
Blech.
You know shit's legit when there's a plate dedicated to them. Some kind of china.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
mustache cup.
Yes. You know
because
that's
coffee
a thing.
And tea is important.
Yeah.
Oyster plate. Because oysters are important.
No.
No.
You lost me. You lost me there.
Dogfish Head.
Beer.
Founded in Milton, Delaware in 1995.
They've got a Milton. We've got a Milton.
Whoa!
It's like we're twinsies.
We are. They sell 25 styles.
They got
beer.
old people. We got old people.
Whoa!
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. 25 styles of beer in more than 25 states across the country. So this is the last one, and it's the best one. They host the World Championship Pumpkin Chunkin Association's annual competition.
Noise. Pumpkin chunkin.
Yep. Nearly
Pumpkin chunkin.
50,000 spectators converge on the town of Bridgeville to watch teams using homemade devices attempt to launch pumpkins as far as they can.
Nice.
However, I did read that in the past, I think it's good now, but in previous years, they couldn't run it because of insurance issues.
Because someone got hurt.
Probably.
Someone got beamed in the head by a pumpkin.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
They also have an Apple Scrapple Festival.
Oh, yes. Scrapple from the apple. Remind me again what that is.
Scrapple is it's like a combination of bacon and sausage. And it comes in, you can buy it in your freezer section at Publix. if you're really lucky, because they don't sell it down here that much. It's definitely a northern thing. But it's like a loaf. It looks like a frozen meatloaf, and then you just like slice it, and it looks like slices of like rectangular slices of sausage.
So the name is confusing because it kind of sounds like apple, and so it makes me want to think like it's some sort of cider. And so I get all excited, like, yeah, I want to try this scrapple. It sounds delicious. No, it does not. It does not. It's bacon and sausage.
So it's called scrapple.
But I don't, why?
Scrapple.
What's the pull part?
They just like that it rhymed with apples because apples are in Delaware too. I don't know. We'll go with that. It's basically like the extra parts of the pig.
So hot dog.
But it tastes
in a loaf form.
And it has a better texture.
I'm sure.
It does. I have some in my freezer right now. I'll make
hot dog, scrapple, Spam.
Scrapple.
You choosing scrapple?
Yeah.
You
can't choose if you've never had scrapple.
You're right. I've had hot dogs and I've had Spam. Make it so number one.
I will. It really is like if bacon and sausage like banged, that would be their baby.
They are both pig, right?
Yes.
All right. So there's no chromosomal issues there.
No. Yeah. I don't know. I've never been, but it's a 23-year-old celebration that the two products of the region are especially proud of. So, apple scrapple. One day I will make it.
What's apple scrapple?
No, it's the Apple Scrapple Festival.
What is that? Why is it apple?
Are you listening to anything that I'm saying?
I'm sorry, I got hung up on the scrapple. There's also apples there. Okay.
Those are the two main things that they're known for. Yeah.
Sorry, I got hung up on that scrapple.
No, it's fine. Donate to our Patreon so we can go to the Apple Scrapple Festival.
I will partake in the apple part. She'll partake in the scrapple part.
And there'll probably be Dogfish Head beer there.
I'm down for that too.
Also, there's a distillery there that makes scrapple infused vodka.
Disgusting.
And I bought some while I was
Gross.
there.
Does it taste all right?
I mixed it with orange juice and it tastes like breakfast in a glass.
What? That sounds horrible.
No, it's so good. I meant to bring it today, but I forgot.
That's crazy. What made you think, let me just mix it with some orange juice? Or is that like recommended?
No, it's not recommended. Well, it's when I bought it from the liquor store. Lickstow. I asked the guy if he had it, and he was like, yeah, honestly, the only thing I think it's good in is Bloody Marys, which totally makes sense. Because Bloody Marys.
Also a breakfast alcohol.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
It's
but
another
I don't really
tequila sunrise.
Bloody Marys.
No, me neither. Me neither.
And it's a breakfast food. So I was like, why not orange juice?
And you nailed it.
I was like, why not milk? Anything that you have. No, I wouldn't. That would be so gross. No, but OJ was good. OJ.
That was good.
Thanks.
We learned a lot today.
Yeah, we did.
Didn't you want to do a what we learned thing?
Oh, God. Yeah.
I learned a lot, actually. Scrapple. I'm not confident I want to try it, but I will. It does not have anything to do with apples, except for when it's in the Scrapple Apple Festival. Apple Scrapple episode? No, festival.
I've never had apples with scrapple either.
I learned that horseshoe crabs I never want to see in real life. They look horrible.
They're so cool.
No.
Yes.
They look prehistoric and scary.
So cool.
I learned that DuPont is French. No. That basically the state of Delaware is DuPont. DuPont land.
It really is, yeah.
And blue cocks. Blue cockfighting. It's a thing. And they're proud of it. They have a blue cock as their mascot there.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right? Cock?
Cack?
What'd you learn?
I'm still hung up on the way that you introduced your thing.
Like, bear ejection seats.
Yeah.
It was pretty scary for those bears, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think the worst part about that is that they survived and then died by the hands of humans.
Yeah, that's...
Same with the monkey.
Yeah, and I'm still picturing them as squirrels.
They're like, damn it, didn't die. Let's go ahead and kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Squirrels, and you learned that squirrels are not monkeys.
I did.
But monkeys can be squirrels.
I also learned that no matter what animal you pick as a child, you can pawn it off on someone else.
Hey, I want you to buy that bear, and then I'm out.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take care of it for the rest of its life. Yeah. No, I think we had some really good stuff here today.
You can still eat cigarettes and live until 21.
You will only live until 21 if you're a bear. Go
sorry.
ahead. No, I was just going to remind people about the MobyCon again, but I lost my note.
Freaking people that are in bands or rap or make fart noises, send us stuff and we will play it.
Yes, we do need other music, but today we've got a special treat for you.
Ooh.
Someone contacted us through our Facebook and submitted a very special Florida Man ballad.
Yes.
The Ballad of Florida Man? Is that what it's called?
I think it is called.
The Ballad of Florida Man. So that's probably what you're going to hear at the end of this.
Yes.
Good old Florida Man, Florida Man. I'm trying to figure out, it's a homeboy's name.
You sound like you're singing a song.
All right, while you're pulling that up.
To
homeboy's name. Yes, so while she's pulling that up, please come see us at the MobyCon panel, Starting a Podcast, a haphazard guide for beginners, on Friday, May 24th from 6 to 7 p.m. $20 for the day or $45 for the weekend. There's going to be awesome, cool stuff besides us, and we are going to have special guests from the Movie Night Autopsy there as well, giving their advice and tips for starting their podcast. And if you want more information about MobyCon, you can go to mobilecomiccon.org. What's the man's name?
I don't know. Should we even say it? Because
maybe he doesn't want it. You're right. Thank you, Anonymous.
Thank you, friend, for sending us.
Hip hop, Anonymous. You give him easy one. Do you know what movie that's from?
I don't remember.
It's Big Daddy.
Yes. Oh man, that was loud. No, it wasn't.
Am
I not talking
crap. Sorry.
What?
That's something we could probably talk about on another episode. Anyway. Until the next time, it all goes terribly wrong. I am talking in computer voice. I think. I don't know.
It almost sounded like a Russian accent for a second.
Until next time. No, I can't do it. It's too late. It's 1 a.m., guys.
It's too late, baby. Now it's too late.
I've never heard Gloria Estefan in that.
It was like a Creed. It was a Gloria Estefan cover by Creed.
Oh, well, okay. So Gloria Estefan covered it from somebody else.
Oh, well, then it was a cover by cover.
Yeah, it was a cover of a cover.
By Creed.
By Creed. I can't believe you just sang Creed on our...
In arms wide open.
Stop it.
It's with arms wide open.
And no one's listening ever again. Dear God, no, they sing Creed. Anyway, yes, it has finally all gone wrong. And we love you. Thank you so much for listening.
And until next time, and we're sorry?
We are definitely sorry.
Yeah. No.
Bye.
Florida Man was born in the year nobody knows. And where? The only guess is it's from where the wild wind blows. They say he's got guns for hands, hand grenades for toes. Florida Man's mother was old Mother Meth herself. His father was a Mongol from the Asiatic shelf. This background gives him super strength and almost perfect health. Florida Man's a-comin', all is well again. Florida Man's fighting to do the best he can. And if he should fail, why, he'll never show the pain. Florida Man's a rebel. Some say he's a god with a liver like Swiss cheese and an erection like an iron rod. The cops say he's a criminal for the state that time forgot. Florida Man's adventures are known throughout the land. He's been busted in scenarios that are hard to understand. But all of us Americans just love to be his fans. Florida Man. Florida Man's a coming, not a bird or plane. He's drunk and high and almost certainly insane. Never mind the others, he's his own hurricane. Sidekick Florida boy was lost in a parade. It was neither pride nor protest, just a dangerous charade. So Florida Man got really drunk and flew over the street. He found Florida boy in an alley, not at all discreet. But Florida Man didn't punish him because the meth was super sweet. Florida Man's coming, and all is well again. Do the best he can. And if Florida Man should fail, he'll never show the pain.
They got old people, we got old people.